And then you'd go on the boardwalk. Beautiful's beloveds. Okay, good. We'd go on the boardwalk and we would play that one game. What was it called? Yeah, it had the ball and you'd roll it down like a table and it would go into a hole and you had to kind of create like a bingo, and on the back side of it, like a pinball machine, you'd have to light it up. It was really cool. What's it called? Fascination something. Oh, I don't remember now, but it's very retro now. And we would ride on the Himalaya, and my mom would and her girlfriend would pick up us, the kids. So my mom's girlfriend had 3, and my mom had 2, like the football hold and run because there were no lines and no ropes. You just had to kind of go up the 2 metal stairs and try to find a seat. And it was an experience just to get on that ride. Anyhow, we were going through some of these older pictures and things like that, and it's just so nostalgic to reminisce and to look at it. And then for him to be in Wildwood, him being President Trump, it was pretty cool and awesome. But anyway, yeah, I think he should go to the Meadowlands. He'll have my entire family supporting him. And one of my brothers did some iron work on the Meadowlands. I don't know which aspect of it. But he did an amazing job. Now that is intelligence. All the bridges and everything back east, it's from my family. And the revamping of them all, because they needed some heavy duty work. Oh my gosh. It's really weird to go back there. We went back there last year, and then prior to that, I've been out there 3 times now in my adult years. And what a difference. Oh my gosh. And we walked through an area of the Meadowlands. We have that on video, and I'm like, why is my dad taking us through the swamp? It's an estuary, but they made it really nice. I remember when I was a little girl, it wasn't that nice. And there's nice little like walkways. They made it like, how did they do it? Like a national park almost. Very interesting. But it was so beautiful, the wildlife there. My dad was pointing out all the wildlife is so different than it is here out west. And they apparently don't have a lot of ravens there. We get a ton of them out here. And I send my dad pictures of them, and he sends me pictures of cardinals, because we really don't have any here, or blue jays. They're really beautiful. It was really a lot of fun. And it was neat to just hear all the stories and all the things that my family worked on to help build. And I was like, wow, it's so exciting to hear. And then to see it, and then they got pictures and say, oh, this is where I was. And they climb up to these really crazy places. And I'm like, oh my God, how'd you do that? And it's a dangerous job, but my family is pretty awesome. So anyway, the Meadowlands, I think that's strategically a great idea for President Trump to go to. And I think that there's going to be a lot of surprises, good surprises. So I'm not officially part of the Republican Party. I am thinking about it because of what happened and how Democrats treated my family and I in our time of need. So I'm like, okay, thank you for taking that mask off and showing us your true colors. Now we have a big story, and we're going to share it with everybody in the right time. And so our story is not only just this, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I was like, wow. I'm here just trying to, hey, no, don't rape kids. Buy my books. Be encouraged, especially if you're a dancer. But if not, go be encouraged and learn about what we do and love on life and your homies. And here, get your little girl a doll and tell her the story of the real Noelle Rose who survived child abuse and kicked bad guy's tail and all these really great things. But no. We had to be drug into the swamp and the cesspool, and I don't like that. I didn't want to have anything to do with that. You guys, you Democrats had a chance. I'm not talking about my friends that are Democrats. I'm talking about the political Democrats, politicians. You guys had a chance with me, and now I'm like, forget it. No way in hell or heaven am I talk to the hand now, because that is just, no, you don't treat people like that, and you treated us like that, so you eat your own. That's what I'm seeing. You know, the people who vote for you, the people who support you financially, get out of here. What happened? You know, the Democrats during JFK's time is a complete different story now. You realize the Republican Party has all the good aspects of all parties in one. Pretty interesting. And I'm like, good. Now, let's go deep. And I don't do this usually, but I had to say something because President Trump was saying something about late-term abortion. And I mentioned this once, and I'm so turned off by that. You know, at that point, you had all these other months to figure out your life and what you wanted to do. Whether you had a health problem, you were raped, or irresponsible, or accident, whatever your story is, you have plenty of time. There are some states that support abortion right up until the moment the baby is born. What is wrong with you? No, really, what is wrong with you? You know it's a life. Okay, what's the difference between a child in a mother's womb versus like you and I? Hello, we're here. 2 breaths is all it is. That much flesh of skin. Look at the ultrasounds. What is wrong with you people? I know that life can get tough and rough, but just have the child and put it up for adoption already. You know, I want another child. I'm right here. I would love to have your baby. You see what I'm saying? And there are a lot of people like me. What is wrong with you? Don't do it. And what is wrong with the lawmakers? Thank God. As if I understood him, meaning President Trump, correctly, he's putting an end to that. Good. Because that's, to me, that's murder now. That child is, you can feel, right here. I had a child inside of me. You can feel that child's foot kicking on my rib cage there. How precious. I used to play a game. We have video of me going like this, chasing my child's foot. You can feel their head. What is wrong with you? How could you not know? But you do know. What's going on in your life that is so bad that you do that? Reach out for help. Don't do that to an innocent life. You know, if you can't take care of that child, like I said, I'll take that child off your hands. And there's so many others that they can't conceive, and it's like, come on now. Whew. So I was really impressed that he is doing something about that. Like I said, that is inexcusable. I have a thing with abortion. It's like, let the mother and father decide. You know, I can't and couldn't do it. Even if it was because of a health problem or if I was raped, I would have a hard time. I would have a hard time keeping the child, and I would have a hard time getting an abortion. But let's just leave it legal and leave it in hands. I think it's fair. I don't agree with it, but I will help somebody and support them. But if you're my friend and you're like, you know what, my baby's due in 2 days and I'm aborting it, I'd be like, oh, you can't, you're committing murder. I would have to say something. I draw the line at that. And that's why I think it's New York, right? Don't they have that? I was like totally turned off by it. I'm not going to perform in New York until they reverse that. My company is not performing in New York. If some of my members want to do it, God bless them, I'll still love them. But I am not, and our company is not. We refuse. That's gross. That's, oh my gosh, how can you allow something like that? That is really taking it way too far. So thankfully, I think he made it a federal law that people can't do that. And it's tragic that you even have to do or say something like that. People should know better. How many grandparents are going to say, oh no, thank you. Please, my grandbaby is going to be here in 2 days and you want to abort that? When you know the sex, the name, how many, there's love for that child already there. No, 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 no. You make your plans way long before that point. If you can't situate your life, you know, I'm sorry, but don't do that. Go get help. I do understand rough times, boy do I. But if that were me, I'd be like, okay, well, you know what? I didn't have to have sex with that person, and this child is not at fault, so I'm going to do the mature right thing to do. I'm not going to commit murder. It's murder. How could it not be murder just because a document is signed saying that you can do it? I don't understand this. You do know how they do that late-term abortion, too. Right? How they have to dissect the human being, the little human being inside of you. Mothers, grandmothers, come on. Don't be afraid to stand up to the person. Let them see it. You know, there's plenty of videos, right to life videos and all of that. Show them. They have the ultrasounds too now. How can you? Oh my God. So that's where I stand with that. That is no longer choice. That's insanity. So good. Another thing I'm very pleased with. What else? Oh, there are a few other things I was very happy to hear. So as a Jersey girl, I am very happy to hear all these great things. Now, let's step away from politics. I really don't like talking about politics. That's not where my heart is. It's not my thing. Other things about people in Jersey and me as a Jersey girl, I am an authority in a sense from being from that place. I hope I'm making sense. But I find that a lot of people from that state, and not everybody, but most, at least from what I remember, they're very real. And they're very down to earth. And they're very much hospitable. And they have big hearts. And I'm not saying other people from other states aren't, but you can tell the difference. And it does vary from city to city, because you can go to other cities and they're really weird in New Jersey. Seems like the more liberal they are. But I miss it as far as what I remember as a kid, and I haven't been there for a long enough time as an adult to really fairly assess and judge it. But maybe I will go back for a longer amount of time again. But yay for New Jersey, yay for Jersey girls. And I really hope that they don't get slammed with a whole bunch of hurricanes this season. They're due. And I'm not saying that in a bad way or wishing it upon them, but if you look at the weather charts and the weather almanacs of years ago, they're due for, you know, unfortunately another wipeout season. So hopefully not. Hopefully it won't be this year. We have a lot to do as a nation, and we don't need the distractions. And yeah, let's see how that goes. So I'm about to wrap up. I'm feeling the pain. I need to stretch and do something else. But beautifuls and beloveds, that's my thing. That's my shtick, and I'm sticking to it. Beautifuls and beloveds, I love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Take care, enjoy your life, don't hurt other people. And for God's sake, stop aborting babies right before they're about to be born. That's nuts. Good Lord. All right, screw the head back on. Talk to you soon. Bye.